Hey, it's Sean from Traffic Services, and we're here with Scott Marshall. He is the safe driver and an educator in safe driving. Scott, how you doing?
I'm doing great, thank you.
Awesome. We are talking today about what to do when you see emergency vehicles, lights, sirens, whether you're being pulled over or not. What do you tell your students?
The first is find them. When you hear it, you're going to hear it often before you're going to see it. So checking your mirrors, looking ahead if you're approaching an intersection, scan the intersection deep to see whether it's coming through or not. And once you know what the location, find a safe place to pull over. But a lot of it's also about communication. The driver of that emergency vehicle doesn't know what you're thinking. So if you put your hazard lights on and pull over and stop, it's a good idea. And although the law does say pull to the right and stop, there are exceptions to that. And pulling to the left is often a safer place, such as on a one-way street, for example.
So, pulling to the left if you're in a divided highway, if there was something, a situation like that, if you are being pulled over by police, more often than not, police will want you on the right, but we're going to direct you to the safest place to be. So look for those directions as well.
That's right. If you are the one being pulled over, then definitely want to go to the right. Although the speed limit is the same in all lanes on the expressway, the slower traffic does keep to the right, and often the shoulder is much wider on the right, and it get as far off to the right as possible, not just barely, because there's a lot of vacuum that comes with the larger vehicle. We want to keep the officers safe too.
That's a big thing. We need some space to work, so giving us that space by pulling all the way over and not making an abrupt stop. I think that's something that a lot of people forget is they hit the brakes and make very abrupt stops, or don't stop at all. But that's another story. Pulling over to the right gradually, it's come to a nice stop. We've got our lights activated already. If we're pulling you over, traffic behind us knows what's happening, and it's just waiting for the drivers. So that's awesome.
That's right. And if you're in the center lane of a three-lane road, such as the expressway, is don't just blindly pull over, as we always instruct. Do your safe lane change. There could be a problem. You might have a light out, or maybe there's snow covering your license plate, and they're just going to let you know about it. So it's not that you've done something terrible. It's just let's do it safely. So you're still checking your mirrors, still signal, check your blind spots, make sure you're able to make that maneuver safely to the right, and then sit and wait until you get other instructions.
Awesome. And don't panic 'cause we may not be stopping you. We may be looking to pass you. Uh,
Absolutely. I watched a driver suddenly stop for a police officer, and the police officer was just going to an emergency. So the sirens were going regularly. They weren't pulling the person over, and they just stopped right in front of them, and the officer had to quickly go around them. Panic is not a good choice at any time in life, especially when you're driving a vehicle.
Absolutely. Well, Scott, thank you so much for joining us and talking to us on, I don't know what this is called yet, but we appreciate it. And hopefully we'll be seeing a lot more of you.
My pleasure.
Scott Marshall is an educator and blogger on the topic of safe driving. You can find his blog and podcast by visiting www.thesafedriver.ca or on Twitter @safedriver.